양수역에 세상에 오늘부터 벌써 그 양수역 앞에 가면 새로운 공원에 그 호숫가 옆에 있는데 그 옆에 수십 년 된 은행나무 숲이 있습니다. 오늘부터 그쪽에 가서 독서를 하고 왔습니다. 엄청난 책을 끌고 가서 이게 기후변하고 하루 이틀 사이에 완전히 날씨가 지금 또 에너지가 제일 좋을 때 독서를 또 시작하겠습니다. 어르시를 메모를 준비를 하고 Public Speaking for Dummies. Finally, a public speaking book that's both artistic and entertaining. Handling the audience. In this chapter, dealing with hecklers, and other distraction. Hecklers. Outsmart your brain. Why learning is hard and how you can make it easy. Most studies have students come to a laboratory and bring the sort of music or video they play while studying. Ten global trends every smart person should know, and many others you will find interesting. In 1900, nearly 1/3 of deaths in the United States were due to infectious diseases. Infectious diseases such as tuberculosis, typhoid, pneumonia, and diphtheria. By 2014, deaths from infectious diseases had fallen to only about 5%. Make time. Optimize the campaign. Maintain altitude with green tea. The Jolly Rancher Instant, as it would come to be known, finally made the connection. In my head. I'd eat lots of sugar, feel lousy afterward. The power is pursue your dreams, deepen your relationships, achieve financial freedom. Also think about activities or field of interest that you never pursued, but that you might find interesting now. Kiss that frog. 12 great ways to turn negatives into positives in your life and work. Resentment is you up inside. The twin sisters The twin sisters of envy is resentment. Resentment also arises when people feel that someone else has achieved or is enjoying better condition than they are. Why we made that a mistake? Strip out the complexity and build in constraint. The fourth industrial revolution. Pacemakers and cochlear implants were just the beginning of this, with many more health devices constantly being launched. Hyper-focus, how to be more productive in a world of distraction. Investing time in a creative hobby like painting, woodworking, or photography. When you choose a break the activity you love, you can still experience the benefits of a habitual scatter focus while you rest and recharge. Inner Sight, the new science to unlock your brain's hidden power, meditation, cutting edge techniques to maximize your fullest potential. She recalled the first time her husband witnessed her binge. Talk shot you arano. 堅実の踏み絵。堅実の踏み絵を踏み抜かない理想に意味はない。意味はない。Breaking the habit of being yourself, how to lose your mind and create a new one. I find such order, peace, clarity, and inspiration that I rarely miss a day. It took some time for me to arrive at this relationship, so please be patient with yourself. the unconventional, based on the award-winning podcast. The best role for a modern brand is more uh, activist, think the inspiration and behavior, not just identity and the image. Study skills. When you need to know about and how to do it, how to do it. If you don't, look at the way the referencing has been done in the books on your reading list. The 80-20 principle, the secret to achieving more with less. There are some professions, such as acting, where supply vastly exceed demand. What do you do in these circumstances? Leadership power plays. But at the very least, this move had two benefits: intimidating competitors who may back down more quickly, and reassuring colleagues that he's serious about achieving his goals. 視聴者の願いと商品のマッチさせて提案する。位置を話すために中央しろ。Get off your butt. How to end self-sabotage and stand up for yourself. Sometimes, though, it does become necessary to let someone know you no longer want to have a relationship with him or her. Alone together, savvy and insightful. Everything that is on the internet, everyone can copy, and paste or save. 8,789 words of wisdom. Money gotten the wrong way never does any good. Outside the box, as international trade expanded, environmental concerns increasingly ran against trade policy head on. Release your brilliance. How do I know? For many years, I had very low self-esteem. I was broke, both spiritually and financially. I believed that all of the cushy assignment, growth opportunities, and great perks went to the popular people. Cush assignment. public speaking, how to be brilliant at any audience, any situation, allowing the audience time to jot down key facts. Eating disorders, you can't measure pain on a scale. Do take any step you can to normalize your eating as soon as possible. The personal MBA, master the art of business. If your automotive assembly line is constantly waiting on engines in order to proceed, engines are your constraint. 不眠眠り果ては人生を狂わせる。こうすれば一回の睡眠サイクルが短くなる。各睡眠期が分かったら本体の短時間熟睡法に戻りたい。The Leader's Guide to Influence, how to use soft skills to get harder results. Noticing and naming your emotion and the feelings. 怠け者のあなたがうまくいく57の法則。毎日の生活を変えてみる。人生を幸福で満たす水の方法。もう二の空が続けなかったことだけは嫌というほどはっきり覚えている。The difference maker, making your attitudes your greatest asset. There she found her husband and son seated at the table with their hats and coats on. Find the innovation where you least expected it. But this was the approach taken by one railway company that was struggling to boost its on-time record, which for years had not risen above 80%. It had tried to improve punctuality by upgrading traffic control mechanism, hiring more agents, dedicating more resources to the function in charge of monitoring delays, and skimping on some operation, such as cleaning and equipment checks. Invent and Wonder. The collected writings of Jeff Bezos. They had a completely different opinion and wanted to go ahead. Brilliant presentation, done well. It will add a dramatic dimension to the other brilliant aspect of your presentation. Grit, the power of passion and perseverance. Yeah. Jay was your master teacher, he said. Coaching salespeople into sales champions. Can you commit to at least being open to what I have to tell you, even if you don't agree? Thank you for being late. Growing evidence exists that bankruptcy reform is promoting fear amongst entrepreneurs, retarding the growth of new ventures, delaying economic recovery, and preventing new and small businesses from doing what they've always done best, creating jobs. The power of body language, how to succeed in every business and social encounter. Note, our focus here will be on how you can make the best first impression. High performance habits, how extraordinary people become that way. If I could tell them how they should think of themselves, I would say, success is a choice. 10 steps to overachieving in business and life. That's the kind of persistence you should be looking for, the kind that takes you above and beyond. Secrets of the Millionaire. With the hot rocks and the freaking cucumbers. After that, bring me the lunch. A race like no other. 26.2 miles through the streets of New York. Prokokuka surged past her across the Willis Avenue Bridge, one down. Manage your career. 10 keys to survival and success when interviewing and on the job. There are 4 basic strategies for improving your job performance and making a valuable contribution to the organization, even if you are a culture misfit. That is, even if you do not believe or behave as prescribed by the culture. Self-insurance, cultural insurance, creating a counterculture, and creating culture change. Business plans for dummies. Take advantage of the latest technology and marketing trends. patents that involve an inventive step capable of industrial exploitation. Empty out the negatives. Make room for more joy, greater competence, and new levels of influence. No, you are saying, God, I trust you to be my vindicator. I trust that you will open new doors and get me to where I'm supposed to be. Vindicator. How to click with people. The secret to better relationship in business and in life. Receive it as a gift. When she matters, instead of fighting it or trying to correct the behavior, appreciate the intent behind the it. 一生使える勉強法。勉強法100冊のベストセラーを1冊にまとめた。勉強に正解はない。自分に合った勉強の仕方を見つけよう。Men are like the whoppers, women are like the spaghetti, understanding and delighting in your differences. I began to criticize my body. The friendships of women. I wanted to say, how can you say that? How can you say that? I won't be fine. I'll be miserable. Words and rules, the ingredients of language. Instead, it may gain its power from the very nature of the child's mind. Mistakes I made at work. Do what you can to not feel so alone and powerless where you are in a terrible job. If you have to contract lies, or to even pretend that you've contracted lies in order to get a day or two off to apply for other jobs, then do it. Reading people, how to understand the people and predict their behavior anytime, any place. Signs, whether indoors or out, signs offer plenty of information. Talk like the Ted. Yet I can't tell you how many times I hear, "Come in public speaking doesn't come naturally." Doesn't come naturally to me like it does to other people. The power of one more, the ultimate guide to happiness and success. Enduring a sacrifice when something doesn't directly impact you is inconvenient. 本番に強い脳と心の作り方、スポーツで頭が良くなる。本番で緊張せずに自分が持てる最高のパフォーマンスを発揮するにはどうすればよいか。塾なし、手間なしで息子が東大に現役合格。そもそも当時私が息子を幼稚教室に通わせた理由は2つありました。一つは英語が話せる子になってほしい。Have you ever been tempted to turn from the message of the gospel or to add to, delete, or alter portions of it to make it conveniently fit your life? Not like the pro. So instead of feeling that you are stressed because of the test, reframe it as I am stressed because I'm gearing up to do my best. It's always personal. In most fields, innovation needs to be informed and sometimes provoked by the unpredictable hurly-burly of messy, surprising real life. How to keep your job in a top competitive market. One-on-one strategies you can use today. The heart of the site would be the alumni directory, where former colleagues who have moved on to other positions can locate and contact each other. Power to reinvent yourself. How to break the destructive patterns in your life. Once we finished dinner, we opened the Bible and read the story of Jesus' birth in Luke chapter 2. Don't sweat the small stuff for teens. After all, she was treating others exactly the way she wanted to be treated. The authenticity code. We are listening. R and J pumped in unison. The Nice Handbook. Simple instruction for making a big difference. Make holiday cards green. Encourage your office to send a holiday e-card this year rather than wasting paper by mailing out paper greeting cards. How to get beautiful women into the bed. Whenever your dog jump up on you, shake the jar, which scares the dog. Don't sweat the small stuff in love. You can transform your relationship forever by utilizing the power of love. Timeless lesson on wealth, greed, and the happiness. You'll likely miss the outlier events that move the needle the most. "10 Days to a Sharper Memory." The consonant sound for number 1 is T. The phonetic word is T. Spiritual leadership. The writer of Proverbs urges, "Let another praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips." Cooking for Mr. Latte. The rest of Nan's kitchen is whited with a wall of high glass cabinet and a long counter on which sit 2 wooden wine bins, converted to cat baths. Seisho no Power Monogatari. 人生を変える20の秘訣。このように渡辺監督の陸上人生は栄光と挫折を交互に経験しています。しかし、このような状況を乗り越えながら今回18年ぶりに早稲田大学を総合優勝に導いたのです。How to fail at almost everything and still win big. Kind of the story of my life. Association programming. He seemed like such a rational guy in every other way. The innovation secret of Steve Jobs. If we had gotten into it, we wouldn't have had the resources to do the iPod. We probably wouldn't have seen it coming. Here comes everybody. Some of the hurdles to be overcome are critical. "21 Ways to Finding Peace and Happiness, Overcoming Anxiety, Fear, and Discontentment Every Day. Be at peace with others." Matthew chapter 7. So then, whatever you desire that others would do to and for you, even so do also to and for them. For this is the law and the prophets. Originals. How nonconformists moved the world. When the case was finished, to continue the inquiry process, Greg and Trina each generated a question to ask the entire company. この悲惨な世の中でくじけないために20体で大切にしたい80のこと。人間も激しくぶつかり合って消化する。人と人との出会いはすべて化学反応。幸運の引き寄せる朝の習慣。朝を大切にすれば人生が変わる。鏡の中の自分自身にエールを送る。鏡を見てにっこりし、幸運を引き寄せる。Encouragement changes everything. The secret of encouragement is the hope. But I am being serious. Beautiful things happen once you commit seriously to pick the fitness and go hard on cheating aging and go hard on. Commercial mortgages. This the standard form is all-in-one loan application and a personal financial statement that include both a balance sheet and the income and the expense statement. Jesus calling. Don't judge, do not judge, and you will not be judged. How to smell a rat. The 5 signs of financial fraud. Who specifically make these decisions? Lessons in unconventional thinking. As a home builder, I chose the wrong time to leave my company in someone else's hands, and I also made perhaps the biggest mistake of my business life. The grip club. The secret to getting through all kind of change. People who are elderly currently represent around 20% of the world's population, and by 2020 will be 25%. Over time, key data-driven signals reveal the trends that are shaping the future of money and markets. The secret life of the grown-up brain, the surprising talents of the middle-aged mind. Animals that are fed 50% less than would be normal will die. The one device, the secret history of the iPhone. He just sat there with it sold out every time going, no, we've got to have a harder keyboard. Branding for dummies. Discover dynamic system for brand creation and the management. A reference for the rest of us. Unveil your brand identity. Show the logo. Preview the slogan. And present the prototypes of how the brand identity will appear on marketing materials over coming weeks and months. 徳を足す生活ための生活。心と体を元気にする40の法則。ちょっとこぼれ話。あいうベダのプロの料理人は絶対に料理の途中で、Win at work, succeed at life. Intentionally carve out time away from work to noodle on problems, think, puzzle, and dream. No filter. Lively and revealing, highly entertaining. They all cheered when the count reached 1 million. Nanasu no shukan. 聖子には原則があった。あなたは私のことを考えている。大切に思っていると言うかもしれない。私もそれを信じたいと切に願っている。しかし、あなたは私のことを理解してもいないのに、なぜ条件ができるのだろうか。それは口裂けだけの言葉に過ぎない。そして言葉だけでは信じることはできない。The collapse of the dollar. Your computer keyboard, for instance, contains less than a quarter's worth of silver, making it economically impractical to retrieve when you toss it in the trash. The Riverside Hotel. The Riverside Hotel is very different from other hotels. リバサイドホテルは他のホテルと大きく異なります。The rise of the robot, technology, and the threat of a jobless future. The National Transportation Safety Board estimate that 90% of accidents occur primarily because of human error. Coaching, evoking excellence in others, keeping quiet during meetings and letting his report speak for themselves. The Longevity Project. How many relatives do you see or hear from at least once per month? The Ten Commandments. I don't mean to sound pompous. The magic of believing. Excellence in packaging distinguishes the skilled chef from the ordinary restaurant cook. When genius failed, the rise and fall of long-term capital management. When the bosses shut the door for meetings, the staffers would wait with clenched teeth. Mastering the art of quitting. Why it matters in life, love, and the work. If something can go wrong for me, it will. It will. Mean murders. Overcoming the legacy of hurt. He sat behind my head, silent, and at the beginning of the process makes me feel strangely disembodied. born digital, understanding the first generation of digital natives. The role of libraries is increasing, not decreasing. The world class of coffee. From beans to brewing, coffees explored, explained, and enjoyed. While it seems a little obsessive at first, once you start brewing this way, you'll never want to go back. Bullish thinking. The Advisor's Guide to Surviving and Thriving on Wall Street. Such problems include the loss of a family member, health concern, financial challenges, adultery, and so forth. Everyone needs a chance to grieve. Everyone needs a chance to grieve and to take time to heal from these difficult issues. The 7 wonders that will change your life. In any event, it was not many months later that my wife conceived unexpectedly. Some people have strange jobs. How to become a wildlife artist. If you want to become a wildlife artist, you should study graphic design or fine arts. Jesus last fulfilled the scripture. Am I leading a rebellion? Said Jesus. Then you have come out with swords and clubs to capture me? Reading discovery. Which of the following topics is not mentioned in the reading? Psalms for praying. An invitation to a holies. Listen, O you people, open your heart to the beloved, the truth may be born anew. The 21 indispensable qualities of a leader. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with the people. The right shoe left, knowing that the left shoe was right. Oh, here you are. Just a minute, that's not what I meant to order. Hi, Dojo. ちょっと待ってください。これは私の注文したものではありませんか。The whole new mind. Now, usually the mere hint that I needed to pick up my inner child from the daycare of my conscience makes me roll my eyes. eyes and hide my wallet. The obedient act is perseverative. After subject to initiate a new act but simply to continue doing what he's doing. How everyday people are beating Wall Street at its own game. Human nature is the universal. The 2022 immutable laws of marketing violate them at your own risk. And when you are blind, it is indeed hard to focus. The law of success. Success often leads to arrogance, and arrogance to failure. Pros and cons, a debater's handbook. The right to strike is a key part of a fair society as it shifts some power from the employer to the employee. 話し方が上手くなる。声まで良くなる。Mayor West said, Officer B must go with you. It's a chain of evidence thing. My advice to the hand wringers is to get over it. This usage isn't new and it isn't most fuss. 오니가 그래봐. 맘에 오 마키. 구마가 그래봐. 신다 하다 free. AI vs 교과서가 요면의 고도모 다치 Artificial Intelligence vs children who can't read textbook. 繰り返しますか? Old Guide to Discovering Your Best Life. Your latest book, A New Earth, was my most recent book club pick and the subject of my first ever webcast course on opera.com. Damn good advice for people with talent. How to unleash your creative potential by America's master communicator. To do the advertising, I insisted on changing the brand name, an expensive proposition since they were already advertising in some areas of the US. The World According to Oprah, an unauthorized portrait in our own words. I went to Africa to create the best Christmas possible for kids who'd never had one. Power question. Build a relationship, win new business, and influence others. I'm ready for an answer you'd never guess. 15 secrets successful people know about time management. The powerful Pareto principle. Could do a simple analysis of your workload, make 80% of it disappear. The amazing discovery in an Italian garden. He investigated different industries and found that 80% of production typically came from just 20% of the companies. 80% of results will come from just 20% of the action. Korean perception of the United States. We lament that the ideal homeland of peace on earth for all mankind is still a long way off due to the current state of affairs, in which we still cannot rid ourselves of international discord. Love for imperfect things. How to accept yourself in a world striving for perfection. Enlightenment. There is always a gap between what you know and how you act. あなたの定番です。すると、数分後のことです。興奮船とかじ、興奮のロスボードカス。 劇的な逆転優勝で応援席は興奮のロスポットなった。不登校問題と社会復帰、非行に走って退学処分になった。Valentine's Day on February 14th. Valentine's Day. February 14th, Valentine's Day, tradition and customs. Valentine's Day is celebrated on February 14th as a festival of romance and affection. People send greeting cards called Valentine to their sweetheart, friends, and members of their families. Many Valentines have romantic poems, others are humorous. Valentine's Day is not a legal holiday. Schools and banks are open as usual. Background: Valentine's Day comes on the feast of two different Christian saints named Valentine. 차라. 수분의 점성이 없고 입자가 커서 거친 모양. 거칠. 짜라. 이단이 스쿠.経験の済んで職業や任務などがその人にぴったり合うようになる。間にスク。花より単語。花より単語。昔の色測るたにある言葉だか、いつでもよく使われる。美しいもの、立派なもの、見るだけのもの、そういったものよりも小さいに役立つものの方が良いという歌と花より単語。電子メールがあるから留学していても家族や友達とこまめに連絡できるし、あまり寂しくないよ。Learn day by day to broaden your horizon. I never said I wanted a happy life, but an interesting one. 夕食、저녁、支度、準備。この映画は子供も見ることができます。英語を得にする7つの方法。その国の言葉での表現の仕方を通してその国の人々を思いやり尊重する心を育てることになります。The winning attitudes, your key to personal success. Make these words a part of your vocabulary. I can, I will, expect the best. I know, I will make the time. Positively, I'm confident. I do believe. Promote you. God is able. positive quotation for the days. To live a creative life, you must lose your fear of being wrong. The gaslighter effect, how to spot and survive the hidden manipulation others use to control your life. I keep getting involved in long, repetitive argument with this friend, and nothing ever really gets resolved. 読書の研究術。一冊の本を読んでみて、全体として言っていることはわからなかったけれども、ものすごく心に残った文章があった。だとすれば、それはそれで読書の意味があったということになります。潜在意識に入れて良い情報とそうでない情報を選別するには基準が必要です。Popular proverbs and sayings. Six of one, and half a dozen of the other. It makes no difference how you approach it. It's all one and the same. Six of one, and half a dozen of the other. 今キリストを証しする。神の救いを証しする。あなたの運はもっと良くなる。私が実践して入れる36の方法。決まっていない状態の時に、他の誰かの判断や無理に自分の気持ちを盛り上げてどちらかに決めると、こっちでよかったのかなという迷いの気持ちがずっと残りませんか。60歳からの自由な生き方。まだ介護の気配もないのに、悪い早朝で頭の中いっぱいにして不安だらけで暮らすのはいい生き方とは言えない。超特学法 AI 時代の新しい働き方へ。特学は新しい働き方を可能にする。How have you sensed God extending His love to you in ways large and small? How to get control of your time and your life. Sometimes it pays to slow down. Sometimes it pays to slow down. The Diary of a Young Girl. He maintains that Ben had been shouting at him. God's little book of hope, words of inspiration and encouragement for difficult times. Look up. When looking backward is filled with pain and looking forward seems ominous, try looking upward. Psalm chapter 107. Start with why. How great leaders inspire everyone to take the action. The reason the company was floundering was not that it grew too fast, but that Schultz had not properly infused his why into the organization so that the organization could manage the why without him floundering.